Top of the morning to you all, and happy St. Patrick's Day. May the luck of the Irish be with you today and every day. Blessings to you all.
There you go, everybody. There's your St. Patrick's Day blessing. Happy St. Patrick's Day to each and every one of you. May the luck of the Irish be with you this year and always. Great to be with you. We got a lot to talk about. We've got some long-range information. We've got that tuna still down there at 300 miles below Point Loma. Great for our 5-day trip. Of course, looming on Sunday is our great birthday bash. It's my birthday, and I want to celebrate it by thanking you for being a great supporter of Friedman Adventures. That's this Sunday on the beach, surf fishing, beach cleanup, drinking coffee, eating donuts, whatever floats your boat. You can make it happen. You'll be surrounded by some truly great people. 2 live shows here on St. Patrick's Day, the Danny Cadota Show, live from our home base at 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. And also tonight, Tackle Shop Confessions with Sam De La Torre from Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, California. Looking forward to that and so much more. I'll shut my trap and get set up because you know what time it is. It is time for me to get ready for the MB coming at you next.
Buddy, you are invited to my birthday bash here in Sunset Beach, California, right on the corner of Anderson and Pacific Coast Highway. There's plenty of parking normally here. If you can't find it, you go across the street over there to Peter's Landing and park over there. And then all you're going to do is walk out on the beach right here, and we'll be waiting for you right there. You don't have to go any further than that. We've got all kinds of stuff, a raffle, we've got some food. We're gonna drink some hot coffee down there, and of course we're gonna catch lots of surf fish. Kids are welcome, kids are encouraged to come and experience the great outdoors. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And if you have any questions at all, please give me a call at 657-227-6459. It's an opportunity, a chance for me to say thank you for your great support, a chance for the Friedman Adventures community, family, to come together on a really
Go over the sabiki fishing too. It's been mixed, like the big scad mackerels, some are 2 to 4 pounds, then some tubes and Spanish. You guys are gonna have to set up at least a 50-pound minimum for the sabikis. With these baits being this big and having a 2 or 3 hook grunion, you're gonna have to have a pretty stouty rod. If it's too flimsy, it's gonna be bent all the way to your cork and bring it up to the tank. Make sure it's got a little bit of backbone. That way you can carry your sabikis up with your rod straight, not bending too much for the guys that take off. Everyone's gonna have to fish the same weight. Same thing with the dropper loop. I would have like a 12 ounce. Sabiki should not have more than 3 hooks on them for these big baits. Okay, I know they make those 5, 6 hook sabikis, but that's for little mackerel. Okay, these big mackerel should be 2 or 3 hooks.
Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. What a glorious St. Patrick's Day. It is great to be with you all. Thank you so much for spending some time on St. Patrick's Day with yours truly. It is a gorgeous day. May the luck of St. Patrick be with you all. I have a son named Patrick, as many of you know, so St. Patrick's Day is a big day for all of us. Going to eat some corned beef. Who knows what else we'll be doing, including our live shows today. Hey, do you think St. Patrick was Irish? He was actually English, and he was kidnapped by some Irish pirates when he was only 16 years old.
and then taken to Ireland. When he broke free from slavery, he devoted the rest of his life to converting the Irish to Christianity. Some really cool facts about St. Patrick. You should look into him. He's a remarkable historical character. All right, we got a lot to talk about. You know what day it is. Now you know what time it is. It's St. Patrick's Day, and it's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Delicious. So good and so good to be with you. If you don't mind, on this beautiful St. Patrick's Day, and it's sunny, it's warm, feels like summertime again down here. Really beautiful. Hit that like button, share these videos everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to the Freeman Adventures YouTube channel. And you see that little bell? If you tick it, we'll let you know when there is new content. You can also follow us on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. I got to get down here and check this out a little bit closer with you all this morning. All right, let's get into it with you. Really great to be with you. 2 live shows today. That also is going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do that. Well, let's talk long range. Red Rooster 3 dropped their passengers off in San Carlos a few days ago. They have been experiencing some nice, excellent wahoo fishing, some big yellowfin tuna. You know, long range fishing is like anything else. You have to have the right conditions to make things happen, and conditions were a little bit off on some of those days. When they were good, man, it was as wide open as you could possibly want it, and there was some scratchier fishing also. But that is the name of the game in fishing. I think sometimes you get it in your head that if I go to the Great Barrier Reef, it's wide open there every single day, and it is not. So once again, some good fishing on the long range scene with a few dips here and there. Mexico lindo, lots of yellowtail down south of the border, whether you're fishing La Paz, Mulaje, or Loreto. Those areas have been really good for yellowtail. San Quintin, only 140 miles down below the border, and we have seen nothing short of some really great yellowtail action. Of course, it's not every single day. It's a little inconsistent, and they've had their share of weather also. But for the most part, there's been some really good surface iron fishing for yellowtail, and backed up with great rock fishing. Same thing in Ensenada, Primero Dios, sport fishing. God first, sport fishing down there in beautiful Ensenada. Had yellowtail yesterday. So did a few other guys. Those yellows getting up under the birds. You run over there with a surface iron and toss it, take a few winds, and you're on. And there's nothing more exciting than that. Water feels really, really good. Good stuff down in Ensenada, not only with the yellowtail, and again, it's not every day on that either, but good rock fishing, lings and reds and bocacio, you name it, they've got it down there. Some nice big viejas, also big sheephead biting down there in that neck of the woods. You look at that ocean right now, and it is gorgeous. Perfect surf fishing day here this morning. Flat calm, it is beautiful. However, it's going to get windy here this afternoon and bleed into tomorrow. So it's going to get quite nasty, actually. It's going to blow pretty hard here along the coast. And as you get a little bit further offshore, it's going to blow up. And then it's going to get really, really nice and beautiful. And the long range forecast, as I look out to March the 23rd, our surf fishing day is beautiful. In fact, looks like a Santa Ana may be developing around that time, which we'll have it sunny, warm, and beautiful on that morning. I can't wait to see you all for that. Don't forget, there's also another grunion run. The last of this first run is tonight, and man, if that wind holds off a little bit, that would be great. If it blows up, it might get a little too crazy down here, but there's been grunion along the Southern California beaches here recently, and that is super great news. That's been a lot of fun, and it's bringing a lot more predators in here, that is for sure. We take a look at that 300-mile area below the border. I just wanted to bring it to your attention again. There is a lot of bluefin tuna down there, and just south of there, there is some yellowfin tuna. Perfect for our 5-day trip on board the Independence. It leaves April the 21st. We fish till April the 26th. That is going to be a fantastic trip. I can't wait for that one, man. Really looking forward to it. Talking to Captain Brian Pfeiffer from the Independence, and he says he thinks we're going to put the wood to them. So let's do it. Luck of the Irish will be with us on that trip. Here in Southern California, yesterday there was a little bit of bass taken down there around San Diego. A little bit of sand bass on the Premier and other boats. They've been doing pretty darn well down there. The Dolphins been coming up with the occasional catch of halibut down there in San Diego. A lot of sculpin, whitefish as we move you up the coast. Pretty darn good. Monte Carlo, 22nd Street Landing, limits of sculpin. Several other boats, Western Pride, with really good fishing on all of that stuff. So we continue to see some pretty darn good fishing on all of that. Of course, rockfish season opens up on April the 1st, and we'll be out fishing and doing our thing, catching lots of rockfish. It should be a great opener. Hopefully the weather is going to be good. That's the only thing that could stop us from really having a great trip. Lots of sheephead up there out of areas like the Channel Islands. We see it on the Aloha Spirit, limiting out on sheephead. The Coral Sea out of Santa Barbara yesterday had some good sheephead fishing. I know that over at Catalina Island, whoa, finally, I haven't seen these guys for a while. It's good to see these pelican. Man, they act like they're going to hit the water, too. Man, they're searching around, finding that grunion probably hanging around here. Just a good sign to see the birds working here in the surf. And incidentally, by the way, I'll get into the surf bite, but there was a guy down here who fished at night the other night and had 5 big corvina during the grunion run, just right before it. I'll get into that in a moment with you all. But once again, here in SoCal at Catalina Island, we've seen some decent blue perch fishing, stuff like that. Don't forget, the El Patron is putting brand new engines in right now, and they'll be back on the run going to Catalina Island. That should be a lot of fun. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Won't be long until the El Patron is running again. And man, we love fishing on that boat. Hey, let's say hi to Valentino. Feliz dia. There's Valentino, everybody. Good guy down here. Feliz dia de San Patricio. Todo. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day today. All right, we take a look in the Southern California surf. And man, our big day is going to be March the 23rd. There's going to be so much fun. Bring your coffee, bring your donuts, bring a smile, and catch some fish. Come on, man, we're going to catch some fish on March the 23rd. Things are coming together in the SoCal surf. Man, I put the over-under at 3 halibut for that day. 3. So they don't have to be legal fish, but with everybody in our group fishing, I suspect there'll be 3 halibut. I'll come out with a whole over-under line. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say the yellowfin croaker over-under is going to be 10, 3 halibut, 4 spot fin croaker, 10 barred perch. I'm going to forget all this, so remind me when I put out the official list, which I will be doing shortly. A little bit more activity. We saw those corvina at night. We've seen more barred perch here in the Southern California coastal areas, the surf, I should say. Fishing bait in the wintertime is always a good idea, but we're almost into spring chronologically, and we're starting to see some much better life here. So you can get bit on the artificials like throwing a little chrome Castmaster or crocodile lures. Those both work really well here in the Southern California surf. And of course, Lucky Crab lures work really well on the halibut. That is a good way to take a flatties. Remember when the pelicans flew by just a moment ago and you saw them kind of flutter and look down in the water? Man, I'd make a cast right there. They saw something that caught their attention. And watching the birds while you're walking the Southern California surf and getting your steps in while enjoying this beautiful ocean that we are so blessed to have. Watching the birds is super important. You see birds hitting the water, there's bait there, and right behind that are going to be lots of predators. Another grunion night tonight. And don't forget big fish, bait and tackle on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They do such a great job down there. And on March the 23rd, if you go in there, make any purchase at all, 1 cent, bring us the receipt. Bring Anthony the receipt. Show it to him. You'll get a free raffle ticket. That's number 1. Number 2, any tackle that you buy, hooks, sinkers, any of that razzmatazz, you'll get 10% off. And if you're looking for a surf fishing rod and reel combo or a rod, 15% off to celebrate our March 23rd day here in the surf. So make sure you do that. Make sure you bring any receipt from Big Fish Bait and Tackle that you make there. They're open at 5 a.m. on March the 23rd, and we're going to be meeting up down there at 6. Sun comes up around 6:30 is when you're going to start to see a little bit of daylight. So you can gauge your day from there. Showing up at 6 gives you some time to walk down, get situated, and also you can get your tackle ready to go, because I'd like to see you be in the water at daybreak. That's a magical time. There's a high tide right before that. It could be really, really excellent fishing, so keep that in mind. And down there on Anderson and Pacific Coast Highway, where this is all going to be taking place, if you end up having to park across the street over at Peters Landing, which is fine, you can always come right up to Anderson and PCH, drop off your stuff with some friends, drop off some people, and then you can go over and park and then walk back really quickly. So it should be a great day. And again, we'll be meeting right down there. We're seeing a little bit more spot bait croaker starting to show up. In fact, there was some caught down there by the tower on Anderson and PCH. So that also is really great news on this beautiful St. Patrick's Day morning. So nothing crazy going on, but some steady fishing and some beautiful weather for the time being. I tell you, that wind is going to pick up here. There's a little bit of a calm before a slight blow, and then we should be back to some really nice weather on Wednesday. It should be nice. In fact, that rough weather, that windy weather is going to last into Tuesday, but not all day. So that is really good news. Once again, it is a gorgeous St. Patrick's Day. It is so nice to be with you all. I hope you're going to do something fun and celebrate St. Patrick's Day today. It's a Monday, so many of you have already done your celebrating, and I hope you truly have the luck of the Irish, the luck of St. Patrick with you here today. Oh, hey, don't forget we have our charters, and I can send you our charter list on St. Patrick's Day. If you'd like me to do that, all you have to do is, of course, send me a text, please. Text me at 657-227-6459. Send me a text and just ask for the charter list, and you will have it. We're almost sold out on everything. Don't forget our April 5-day trip on the Independence. That is looking really good. All right, my friends, have a beautiful, wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I send you blessings, and I hope to see you really, really soon.